All right, good morning, everyone, or good evening, too. My name's Poetentate, but I go by Poe. Thank you all for stopping by to watch my stream. All right, so just to give you a heads up what today's stream's gonna be about, we only have, 14 more hours until this event ends. And from how it looked like last time, each of these scenes take about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes each. We have 4 more scenes left because I'm only going to be aiming to get these Stellar Jade points. And it will take us about probably an hour each, so that works perfectly with our stream. But do know I am going to be talking quite a bit because this, as I stated in the title, this writer that's in this scene or in this event does not stop talking to save no one. And so we will be listening to a lot of pontification on his end. But we will get there. That is our goal. If it does take a little bit over 2 hours to do this, we will just keep doing till we get this event done. And then, as a heads up, on Wednesday of next week, I will be working on this event, the Warp Trotter one. And then, if you're playing currently at the time of this live stream, don't forget to use all your planner official doubles, reward doubles. As you can see, I have all of mine done. And then also, there is a special event going right now, a web event. And it's actually really easy and gives you quite a bit of Stellar Jade. So I would definitely go and do that. Only takes a little bit of time. It's just one of those like click some options kind of events, so it doesn't take that long. And then also next Wednesday, we will be excited to welcome Kafka. For those of you who are still Blade Wanters, the clock is ticking. And we'll finally get to see if I will be pulling for Kafka or not, depending on if her playable model has pupils or not. But her 3-star lineup is stacked. If you haven't seen it yet, it's going to be Luca, our new character, who I might pull on her banner solely for, depending on if she has pupils or not. Sampo, I know there are a lot of Sampo waters out there that just aren't Sampo havers, so he's going to be one of the 3 stars in the event. And Serval, I believe, will be the last 3-star in that event. And so she's absolutely stacked with good 3 stars. And as you can see, we're getting there to 50. And then currently, which one of these is my Star Rail one? That's Genshin. My Star Rail, my character banner is at 24, so we could actually get her closer to Hard Pity if she doesn't come home early. If we end up pulling for her, but I could just be pulling for Luca, depending. So I changed my audio settings once again. We are striving for that perfect audio settings. I did like how my voice sounded in the last one. I'm picking up really clearly with where I put my microphone and the settings, but I noticed that I was peaking a lot, so I did change some of my settings to see if I can fix that. So sorry if I end up peaking a lot in this episode. I am still modifying my mic settings. I think I've covered everything. I think the only thing else is to show you that I have, not that. Here it is. We got our weekly points here. And then, and then I'll show you where I am with all my characters. So all my characters are level 60. All of their light cones are level 60. I am currently on traces. I have from the Trailblazer all the way over to Natasha, and their trace is fully leveled up, and I have both paths for the Trailblazer level up fully. Currently working on March. As you can see, I have her about half done. And then the rest of them are anyone past March. I still have not gotten their traces done, except I might have gotten, yeah, I half did Dan Hung. But yeah, I am working on traces currently, and you all know that once I get all the traces fully leveled up, that I will do the equilibrium quest and get the equilibrium up to the next level so that I can work on the next ascension level. Have we unlocked this one yet? I don't remember. I don't know if we've even unlocked this ascension level. But yeah, so we are getting closer to this one. I don't imagine it'll be this week or next week because leveling up traces takes quite a long bit of time. But we are getting closer to being able to ascend ascend everyone fully.
Nice.
I imagine it eventually in the future they'll up the level, because 80 is kind of like a weird level to max out at, but we've been saying that for Genshin for ages, thinking that they'll eventually let us go up to level 100 instead of capping out at 90, and it hasn't happened yet, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so currently working on traces for all of my characters, and then that's about it. There's really nothing else. So let's get started. You all get to hear my wonderful voice for pretty much the entirety of the next 2 hours. I'll do my best. My voice at certain points might just die though because of how much talking I'm gonna have to do. I did bring my water though, so hopefully I will do pretty well. Looks like my bit rate's holding
It's getting
pretty strongly, so hopefully we're not lagging too bad or anything. Yep, doesn't look like it.
High Cloud Quintet is a fantastic story.
Oh, the characters back here changed. I was getting really frustrated in the characters that were here earlier. Unfortunately, you still follow too early for the show, but stick around if you don't mind listening to me chat about tea. Alright. I was so busy with all the storytelling that I'd almost forgot. I've made preparations for this, just you wait and see. Our next scene, Warrior quells Phantilia, hero earns regalia. I've already put this whole scene together, but I'm just waiting for your final confirmation. Let's go, straight to Scale Gorge Waterscape. I prepared a little surprise for you. Define surprise. Explain it to me like I'm fine. I've got a bad feeling about this. Don't worry, everyone can vouch for my reliability. Catch you at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I don't know why my brain wants that to be Scalescape Water Gorge so bad, but it does, because I try to read that backwards every single time. Oh, we have some text messages. Let's get rid of those real quick. I haven't been here for so long. Untouched places are few and far between on the Lawfu. Pixar didn't happen. I'm on top of the Jade Gate. You can actually get on the Jade Gate? Without the ability to jump or climb in this game? What? Of course, I did that a lot when I was young. I finally got yesterday's workload done, so I'm taking a break. I was going to send you a photo, but the signal is acting funny. Even text messages are coming in slower than usual. I'll check it out myself next time. I want to see it with my own eyes. Huh. Just when I thought nothing would go wrong, I'm leaving. Did something happen? A Cycrane delivered an official document and an emergency meeting is coming up. I've got to go back to the commission. You can run from signals, but never Cycranes. Why are Cycranes so dastardly efficient? After all, Heron Express, we ship whatever you want. Teehee ship. The little guy we picked up a little while ago has been fixed. Drop by to see us if you have the time. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay. I love their emoticon use. And I'll be waiting for you at Mr. Svarog's. Okay, another companion mission with Clara. Every time I feel like I'm confident on like saying their names, I second guess myself. So I'm like, alright, gotta get the cheat sheet out. Alright, Sushong. Kalis, I finally got a hold of you. I hear you're come to La Fu from beyond the Alliance. Can you help me? I'm so annoyed. What's up? I've been in the La Fu Cloud Knights for a while now. Aside from the daily patrols, I pretty much have done nothing. When will I be able to become a competent Cloud Knight? Never wish for war. Peace is a good thing. It means your patrols are working. I know. I grew up listening to my mom talk about the heroes when Cloud Knight rank, so it makes sense for me to dream of greatness. If you're so keen on helping people, why don't you join the Nameless? There'll be requests and assignments every day. It's almost impossible to finish them all. That's such a thrill. I want to be a Nameless. What kind of requests are there? Can I have a look? What does turpitude mean? Ah, I found it. Why is the title of the assignment so high in gluten? It's highfalutin. Oh, is it? You know a lot. It's hard being a Nameless. I am only like 20 days old. Okay, there's all of our texts. We got another companion mission that I can't do right now. Let's see. Scale, escape, water gorge. Let's go. Alright, are you gonna, like, puppet the statue again? He has the name I gave him. Oh my goodness. Ah, poor NPC dealing with me. Kalis, you made it. Why don't you meet this surprise I've gotten waiting for you? We'll go with it. Kneel ye not. This custom is long dispersed from the Jinsho etiquette. Don't be scared. This is Shiyun, a famed actor from the Mellow Golden Mare Immersion Club. Shh, don't mention my real name around here. You'll kill my flow and take me out of the zone. Call me by my role. Which was it again? Cold Dragon Young. That's right, call me Cold Dragon Young. Alright then, Cold Dragon Young. You're emphatically correct. Kalis, the Mellow Golden Mare Immersion Club picked up our story and is interested in potentially buying the adaptation rights. So let's show Cold Dragon Young a very warm welcome, okay? Look, he's made up exactly like I imagined Cold Dragon Young would be. Child actor? Child actor? I may have been fresh meat when I first debuted, but that was over 500 years ago. I'm an old hand now. This child is way, way older than Kalis, at least currently. Kalis has the appearance of an adult, 20 days old. This child, 500 years old. Still looks like a kid. Skincare companies hate him. Okay, enough gossip for now. Xion, tell me more about your storytelling. Let's see if this role is worth my taking on. Okay. Kalis has been born anew after swallowing the miracle elixir and has teamed up with the High Elder of Vidyata. Right now, our hero is the talk of the town, unmatched in power and might. This was the time when the Xianzhou Lafu fell into a crisis, with the Lord Ravager Fantilia leading the forces of the Rune Author on a rampage, as they vowed to destroy the Lafu. Kalis, with weapon in hand, stood before Fantalia, bellowing out, "Beast! Right here, right now, this will be your final resting place." Cold Dragon Young secretly activated the Cloud Hymn to protect Kalis. A battle could break out at any moment, and the fate of the Xianzhou Lafu rested on the outcome of this fight. Fantilia, it's time then to settle the score once and for all. Do we actually have to fight Fantilia again?
Is that all? Conflict is pitiless.
No, we're fighting Dunshu anymore.
Here, this thunder.
Oh, it does look like I'm starting to lag a bit.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Conflict is pitiless. The dead return! Here, this thunder! Show no mercy.
Is that all?
Trying to mess around with the settings because I'd seen that if you lag a bit, maybe turning
Made
the
to be
latency
broken.
off, like, will help fix with lag issues a little bit. It seems to help a little bit. Alright, as the Lord Ravager met its demise, the curtain fell on this final scene in the story. That's... If you're going to do a story and you want to have a cool damsel, at least make Fantilia look as gorgeous as she was. Oh really? I've never had the chance to personally see Fantilia, and I hope I never do. Since you've seen Fantilia before, could you tell me a bit more about what she looks like? I think I got it. Any other features? Monstrously huge. I'm sure I can imagine. Ooh, when you put it like that, I think I've got it. Okay, this is definitely gonna get updated when we do our revisions. I don't care much for what Fantilia looks like. My only question is that it? That's still a coda. An epilogue that comes afterward. I haven't figured out exactly how it goes, but the main plot indeed has reached its conclusion here. I feel like this story is lacking for scintillating, there we go. Scintillating adventure. As an old theater hound, I've got a few pointers if you'd like to hear. If you could please enlighten us. Firstly, Kaelus's character development needs to be more compelling. Swallowing a medicinal pellet to get stronger may work in your world of storytelling, but has long gone out of style in the immersion genre. Secondly, rolling straight into the decisive battle after finding the High Elder makes the character seem like a plot device. His role should be more fleshed out. Thirdly, give me some more screen time. I don't care in the slightest how your story is told, but if it's getting adapted into Immersia, then you need to give me more screen time. That's what the Mellow Golden Mare Immersia Club wants to see, and why they're interested in this acquisition. What a diva. I wonder if I should raise the voice level of myself. I sound a little low. I'll go up to 25. Tell me if that's too loud now. With an attitude like that, why don't you take my part and play the protagonist instead? Impossible! How could I, a seasoned thespian of esteemed virtue and skill, take a role away from a short-lived species such as yourself? Besides, casting me in a leading role will cost you extra. People also try to understand what a difficult situation I'm in here. I'm already 500 years old, but I've stopped growing, so child roles are all I can do. What? You're not getting any bigger than that? A few days ago, an immersion troupe wanted to paint my whole body green and have me play the role of some old wise master, not the Yoda reference, who spoke backwards and tutored a young protagonist in some mystical martial arts. That's gonna be so humiliating. I'd much rather play a young High Elder of the Vidyara without having to wear any prosthetics or paint. Okay, my voice sounds better, but I think I'm still peaking. Give me 5 seconds till I change some of the settings again. Now I need to remember which filter it is that controls peaking. I'm pretty sure it's the limiter. Alright, let's try this out. Thank you for your patience. My producer even said that whether I can revitalize my career all depends on your adaptation of this story into an immersion. Hey, don't be so demoralizing. I've just come up with some new ideas right now. Your feedback is well received, and it's easy enough to make the adjustments accordingly. Kalis, asked Cold Dragon Young. The Lord Ravager has the very powers of the world at his fingertips. How can we mortals hope to ever defeat it? The High Elder of the Vidyadhara sternly replied, with our forces combined, we should be evenly matched against the Lord Ravager, but a divine weapon would guarantee victory. The book implies that Cold Dragon Young retains memories from his from previous reincarnations, including the secrets of the forging, such as ancient ultimate weapon. This next scene is called Forging Weapon, Purging Demon. What do you think? Are you ready? Oh, I'm going into a different voice again. Oh boy. Are you both ready? Let's work together to bring the story to a nice conclusion. Okay. Fight. Fantilia seized the ambrosial arbor's power and created an invincible body. It's unkillable. Even I, as High Elder, remain powerless against it. Kalis, if you really want to help purge this beast from the Xian show, we have to forge a divine weapon, the life-destroying, star-shattering blade of truth. Plus 12. What's up with the plus 12? Probably just to show off how powerful it is. I'll just follow Xianshou's script. His first drafts are usually pretty sloppy. It doesn't matter. To stand any hope of standing toe-to-toe against Fantilia, there's going to be two parts needed to forge this star-shattering blade of truth. One is a hilt forged from the wood of the ambrosial arbor. The other is a blade forged from the embers of the Rainbow's Lux arrow, known as Ignis Arale. We are at Stargazer Navilia to search for materials to craft a sword hilt. It will be. Moreover, with the ambrosial arbor hijacked by Fantilia, we can't just go looking even if we want to. But you might not be aware that the seeds used by the Xianshou to grow scar skiffs are the same origin as the arbor. Using such wood to make sword hilts won't be the same as using ore straight from the arbor, but it's more than enough to defeat one mere Lord Ravager. Now then, we need some Starskiff growth boosters to stimulate these seeds, and to give us enough material to make a hilt. It's always been a Starskiff nursery here, and there should be plenty nearby. Let's take a look around and see if we can use what we've got at hand. Alright, time to look around. A box. This should be the growth booster Cold Dragon Young was looking for. Let's take it back to him. Well, that was pretty easy to find. Did you find the growth booster? Let me taste it and see if it's any good. Is it safe? The top note has a vague whiff of alien perfume. This is of high quality. Next, we just need a suitable Starskiff seed, and we'll be able to cultivate a good sword hilt. Next, it's time to choose a Starskiff seed from which to cultivate some good material for the sword hilt. He repeated himself. I do that all the time, though, so I can't say anything. Oh, that's a cute. Look at that. Look at this ad right here. It's really cute. Ugh, my throat. After injecting the growth booster, the High Elder sat in meditation as he performed his cloud hymn. The seed grew explosively, sprouting wild tendrils in seconds like a thick tangle of roots. Huh? How did that happen? I guess it was the wrong seed. I feel like we're costing the ship money by just hijacking products. But, you know, c'est la vie and all that. How do I get over there? Oh, through here and around. Probably could have just gone down the stairs, but you know. After injecting the growth booster, he does a hymn. Is this the good seed? The seed grew explosively, sprouting rapidly into the hull of the ship. It grew straight into a star stiff. Our growth boosting experiment failed. No one could wield a star skiff in combat. That is kind of what they're for. Alright, last one. Rule of 3. This one should work. The seed in the vessel gradually sprout and countless twigs converge into one, as if an invisible hand was weaving it into the shape of a hilt. Wonderful! Only a hilt made for the ambrosial arbor can hope to withstand the rainbow's residual power in the Ignis Arali, so it would not harm its wielder. Now let's head over to the Alchemy Commission. My memory from the previous life are correct. The Ignis Arali, which can cast a divine weapon, is stored over there. I hope we're role-playing and not actually, like, using the ship's stuff, because otherwise I feel like we're gonna get charged by the Cloud Knights. The star-shattering Blade of Truth is a divine artifact once wielded by Don Feng during the sedition of the inhibitor Lunae. That's supposed to be Don Feng. I don't know if I said Feng or Hung, so Don Feng. It is said that a sword is mightier when hidden. Ha! Therefore hid the Ignis Arle away from potential thieves before he was imprisoned. Fortunately, I still retain the memories from my previous lives, and can dimly recall that Don Feng had hidden a map somewhere deep in the Alchemy Commission that shows where the Ignis Arle is. Perhaps we can find this, and the treasure will be practically revealed to us. So what? International Peace Entertainment has shot over 60 films in the Alan Jones treasure hunting franchise. Not the Indiana Jones reference. Treasure hunts are family-friendly fun. I love treasure hunt movies. I just don't like... Fetch quests are not as exciting. I vaguely remember the treasure map ought to be around here somewhere. Oh. See, here's the map showing where the Ignis Arali is. Just track down the location shown and you'll be moments away from creating the divine weapon. It's like, can we be thankful that they did not use this plot and make us deal with this in the main game? Or are we still angry that they're making us do this as a side event? Love the background music though. I still in Genshin mode, my entire brain was like, alright, leap and glide, but nope. It's an elevator. Doo-doo-doo. See if we can outrun the monsters today. Crazy to me that this ship is able to have a full-on ocean lake in it. It's so cool. After all these twists and turns, Kalis never thought that things would end up right back at the start, under the almighty, can't say that, Elixir Furnace and the Alchemy Commission. I was actually thinking that when we got back here, I'm like, oh, and this is a plot device, that the entire story comes back to the starting point, or like a midpoint. Which can kind of be annoying, because it's like, what was the point of all that if they had just, if it was here to begin with. The word R8 pertains to the words gold. Don Feng, hiding his treasure here is like hiding a tree in a forest, so close and yet undiscovered for several hundred years. How do you like my little callback for the mini cliffhanger? There's no, we can't save your skills. Please go easy on me and don't make Shinyan laugh at me. No sooner said than done. Just as Kalis and the Cold Dragon Young were about to dive into the Elixir Cauldron and unearth the Ignis Arali, a group of figures blocked their path. Some good old treasure-guarding villainy, huh? Under the orders of Madame Fantilia, I hereby vow to cut you all down. How cunning! Realizing Kalis and the others' unusual accents, Fantilia was planning on using the treasure as a bait to lure the Nameless into a trap. The devil is delusional. Taste the might of the Lafu Vidiaria. Come and get it, puny worms.
A well-matched opponent. Conflict is pitiless.
I think I'm getting closer to like the limiter I need for not peeking, but we're not quite there.
Here is thunder.
Let's just change that while we're fighting.
Show no mercy.
So if 10's not correct, I know 13 is like, you shouldn't go above it because it'll cut out all noise at 15.
Is that all?
Bloom.
A will forged in ice never falters!
The dead return!
So let's try on 13 and see if that helps me with my peeking.
Here is thunder. Conflict is pitiless.
We're also lowering the game audio just a little bit because it's really hard to hear me when we're fighting.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Here is thunder.
Well, you wouldn't be able to hear me whisper while the fight's
Show
going
no
on.
mercy.
We'll test that in a second.
Is that all?
The dead return.
Can you hear me whisper when I've upped the limiter? That's not really whispering. This is whispering. Can you still hear this? Okay, you can. So now we just gotta make sure I don't peek, and I should be good. Alright, Fantilia assumed dispatching correct troops would be enough to win. Little did it know that today, Kalis had the High Elder's support and was far stronger than before. The Antimatter Legion was routed? It should be rooted, shouldn't it? Not routed. Anyway, routed before long. The utter annihilation without a trace. Utterly annihilated. There we go. With a flick of his sleeve, the High Elder elegantly moved his hand like a billowing cloud, as if communicating telepathically with the huge elixir crucible before him. A strange light burst forth from the crucible. By the way, this is where the VFX artist can add some more immersive special effects. And a lump of molten brilliance. Cullen said? Oh my gosh, I can read that word in the proper pronunciation, but I cannot say it. Like condensation forming in the air. This is the Ignis Arali that would cast the star-shattering blade of truth. With the Ignis Arali in hand, the next step was to forge them into one instrument. This arduous task will need a trip to the Artisan Commission to borrow the creation furnace. Are we still not done with part 3? It's been 30 minutes, man. It's been a rough journey, Kalis, but now that everything's in hand, we just need to start with the business of forging the star-shattering blade of truth. There are 3 conditions we need to meet in order to forge this divine weapon, and the sacred materials we have collected so far only count as 1. Kalis, do you know what the other 2 are? Some random world-building rules you just made up. Xian, is this boy going to be okay on set? Totally unprofessional. It's okay, my old friend. This esteemed guest has rescued the Law Fu, and naturally, he is no ordinary layperson. After all, heroes have a bit of an ego. Alright, let's continue. The 2 other conditions needed to create the divine weapon are right here in our Artisan Commission. As they say, you need the right tools for the job. Without the smelting equipment and the Bona Aqua here, creating a divine weapon would be impossible. As for the last condition, it's about how we forge the weapon. Fortunately, I still have memories from my previous life to serve us. Let's put that aside for time being by the professional philosopher compasses of who am I. The forging process of the divine weapon is like this. Just listen to me. Heaven reigns, aqua vitae, flames forge, verdius arale, author tilts askew, arbor sprouts anew, root bathes in ethereal dew, iron grows with ephemeral hue, blade shatters, starscape, jade eclipses, astro shade. Try saying that 5 times fast. Did you get all that? Hey, that's pretty picky. I didn't write this part anyway, so take up the criticism with the poetry with the author. Got it? Next, go to the depths of the Artisan Commission and use this formula to forge the weapon. Wasn't paying too much close attention, so let's see if I can remember this. Alright. Alright, I'm ready to start forging the divine weapon. Step 1. I think it was Bona Aqua. Alright, what's the next step? And then RLA. Step 3. They didn't ask for the explanation, so hilt. Put the hilt wood in first, then the Bona Aqua in first, then the hilt wood, sculpt the hilt wood, and then install it. Phew, finally forged. I did the process correctly, right? So be it. Star-shattering blade of truth is the weapon's old name. It's been dragged through the mud since the fall of the High Elder. Now that you've recast it with the skill and precision, why not give it a new name too? Nope. Sky-shattering blade of truth. Slash at the stars and leave foes shattered. A grandiose and elaborate name. The star-shattering blade of truth, reborn once more, settles into Kalis' hand, who suddenly felt invincible. With the dragon oil elixir flowing internally, and the Vidyadhara as the High Elder's power protecting externally, our hero gripped onto this world-destroying divine blade, star-shattering blade of truth. At this time, there is only one thought in Kalis' hand. The Lord Ravager must be destroyed, so that the Ensho can remain in peace. Stay tuned. See, what would be fun is if that's like an actual weapon, like a light cone we can use. Alright. The two heroes plunge deep into the Scale Gorge waterscape, only to see a black shadow enshrouding the ambrosial arbor. It was none other than the root of all evil, the one trying to overthrow the Cian-Show, Fantilia. Right here, right now, was the critical moment for the Fantilia to absorb the Abundance's powers from the ambrosial arbor. The Lord Ravager sneered, "Reckless ants, accept your fate." Kalos raised the divine weapon fiercely and dropped this line. Hasta la vista, baby! Anyway. Not these things. I hate fighting these things.
Rules are made to be broken.
Conflict is pitiless. Receive divinity.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Oh, we're doing, now that I turned the low latency off, let's see how well our bitrate's doing. We're doing pretty good. We don't have as much lag as we did before. Ooh, the build rate's all over the place though.
Show no mercy.
I don't know how much smoother. Let's try turning the low latency back on. See if it will do any better. No, I feel like it gets laggier with the low latency on. So we'll keep that turned off.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless.
Okay. Oh, good. Fighting that gorilla wasn't as bad as it normally is. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. As Fantilia's body crashed down, the crisis of the Xianzhou Luofu came to an end for now. However, just as Kalis and Cold Dragon Young were getting ready to celebrate, an evil creature lurking deep within the depths reached out its malevolent talons. Hold on a second. Don't worry. Oh, thanks for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Don't worry, I've told you many times already. The battle scenes write themselves. It's fine. I'll finish them later. But yeah, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. I'm just working on the event quest currently. Thank you, thank you. How am I doing? I am struggling with my audio settings, trying to get them to actually work correctly, but in the way I want. But other than that, pretty good. Your emoticons are so cute. These little like emojis, they're so cute. But yes, thank you very much. What are you up to outside of this raid? Is your music doing okay? Oh, the little cat. Oh, these are so cute. Well, hands off to Chestox because they look really nice. But thank you for raiding me this late in the day for you all. I'm glad your music's doing well. Do you have any recording to do today, or did you get all that done earlier in the week? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Thank you everyone for raiding. I don't know. I know some people like being called out and other people don't. Thank you so much, both for the raid and just being here to watch. It's always nice to see you. But yeah, I'm working on the event right now. I'm trying to get through all of it because there's only like 14 more hours left. But they just non-stop talking in this event. Oh my gosh, that Charmander is so cute. Oh. You guys have the cutest little emotes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't keep getting distracted by the emotes. Okay, we're gonna keep working on the event. But thank you all so much, event. Oh, can't even speak. Alright. This is not the problem. Fantilia does not look like that. Hey, that's based on your description. Plants on the back, monsterly huge, ferocious. Forget it, Kalis. Just forget about that. Treat it as a part of the artistic process. The budget of shooting Emerja would shoot through the roof if we really wanted to capture a ferocious and accurate likeness to the Lord Ravager. Yeah, but your budget would be worth it if you caught how nice Fantilia looks. There would be so many people coming just to see Fantilia. I'm iffy about this event. It feels kind of like the writers are like, be glad we write well in a way, because this is what you could get if you had like a less experienced writer kind of thing. At the same time, it's kind of funny because it's really on the nose, like fourth wall breaking, like here's all the different like stereotypes in a story and whatnot, so it's like it's a conflict of that way, but it really just keeps going. Like, I'm only on part 3, so like halfway through the event, and we're already done with my story, and so everything from here is just gonna be made up content. And unless it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of like a few hints of this are gonna show up in the actual story later on the Lawfu, and this is kind of like, I thought there were 6 parts. I can't tell right now because I can't get to the screen, but I thought there was like part 6. Because I was on like part 3 of 6. I'll show you in a second once I can get out of this dialogue. But it does, and so unless it's like kind of like showing us as like a like a kind of sneak peek into what's gonna happen in like later parts in the Lawfu story, it's all gonna be just like him making up story at this point. So like, how much does it matter? That kind of thing. But let's see. Yes, that's right. Don't worry about these details. I'll revise them later. You've said that a lot, sir. Anyway, I'll keep going and bring the story to its documentation then. Faced with the enemy of unprecedented power, what will become of the Trailblazer and the High Elder of the Vidyara? The next scene is our final decisive battle. Xianzhou laments woes of age. Trailblazer fails, sanctum of exhalation. Wait, why am I failing? It's a spoiler. Come on, it's just a little gimmick for the next scene's preview. I'm not really gonna kill you off. Whew, finally finished it. Thank you, Bo, for your help. The script of mine is pretty much done now. Looks like I'm not needed anymore, right? I'll head off then. Remember to send us the revisions once you're done so that we can sync up. Oh yes, definitely. As for Mr. Kalis, you're still waiting to see me wrap up the story, right? I'll get writing immediately. I would never dream of wasting your time. Mr. Xian begins scribbling furiously, and this time he radiates with delight. He's probably in such a good spirits because he's managed to get some cash from on this IP. Shortly after, he raises his proud head and hands over the manuscript to you. Now, the final scene. The epic finale of our story has finally been completed. Xianzhou laments woes of age. Trailblazer fails. Sanctum of exhalation. I hope you can give me some feedback once you read through it. As from that, I have also written down some side stories of your adventures on the Xianzhou. Feel free to come and have a read when you have the time. Give some comments. Help me include them in the legends of the Trailblazer. Hey, I almost forgot. I'm having dinner tonight with some of the playwrights from the Mellow Golden Mare Emerja Club. maybe I really am going to make it on the big stage. I had to get home, wash up, shave, change my clothes. So much to do. See you next time. Yeah, alright, so now we can finally check it. Alright, Tails, limited time rewards. Yeah, see, we just got done with part 3, and there's scene 4, 5, and 6, so there's like 6 parts. And so the fact that we only just got done with scene 3 and it took me like 40 minutes, because I pretty much started this close to when I started streaming, so each of these take 40 minutes. So yeah, that's why I was saying, like, from here, since we just got done with Fantilia, this is all stuff that we played through, right? But this is all going to be stuff he makes up, or it's going to be based off of, like, our side quests. And so I don't know how interesting this is all going to be, because it's stuff he's making up, is what I mean here. It's all, like, purely made up content that he has created to try and cash in on the listeners. So I don't know how interesting it's gonna be, is what I mean. Really wants me to do Equilibrium 4. But let's see, the last 3 parts might all just be battle stuff. I obviously haven't gotten there, so I don't know for sure.
Storytelling is such an outdated...
Oh no, not these side characters. Mr. Kalis, I'm still fleshing out stories in the Legend of the Trailblazer. See you soon. By the way, I made up a few side stories. Would you like to hear them? Okay, so we got Sampo and Serval, so AoE damage and DOT damage. One is defeated. Let's do this one. All allies attack, crit rate, defense. Always do crit rate. Weakness break efficiency. And then skills 50, follow-up attacks, ultimate, and let's just give Sampo all the love. And then do our team setup. I guess we'll use Trial Sampo because I technically have them at the level of the trial, but I don't have good relics on them, really, so. Let's take Sampo, my guy, Gapard, Serval. Oh, I used my normal one, not the low chat. Give me there we go. Trying to use Trial Sampo. There we go. Welcome back, welcome back. So, speaking of which, we'll lower this down a bit so you all can hear me when we're fighting. I charge extra. Love him. Anyway, but considering that Kafka's coming out in a few days, are we all excited for Kafka? The 3 stars that are coming out with her are actually Luca, our new 4-star, Luca, Serval, and Sampo. So I know there are gonna be quite a few people excited for Kafka's banner.
The dead return.
I, of course, am really interested. Yes, I'm really interested in keeping up my ability to say that I have all of the 4 stars, so I definitely want Luca.
I charge extra.
But yeah, I know there are a lot of Sampo wanters who don't have him, so I know a lot of people might pull on this purely to get Sampo and his Eidolons. But yeah, as I've stated before, Kafka will solely be depending on if she has pupils or not. If her playable model has pupils, it's just a deal breaker.
A will forged in ice. Never falter.
I don't know, at least when I'm on TikTok, when I'm on the Honkai Star Rail version of it, there are so many people I see that are like, they want to be Sampo mains. They want to be Sampo mains so badly, but I swear every single person who wants to be a Sampo main does not have Sampo. It's so funny to me. Okay, not a bad battle score. Hopefully enough to get the Stellar Jade. That's pretty much how I do events. It's just, did I reach enough points to be able to get the premium currency? And past that, I don't care. Okay, so 4 just immediately unlocked. Okay, so maybe there are only 3 parts to the, like, story bit, and then you just can go through the... It's all battle from here. Okay, so we've done... 3 is new. Okay, complimenting Cold Dragon Young. Sampo insults Cold Dragon Young. Gepard compliments Lady Fu Xuan, which why wouldn't you? And Serval says to go to the sages. Locha gives some advice about morality. Alright, next one. Skill damage, follow-up attack. Follow-up attack if we're using those 2. Always. Crit rate, of course. Advanced forward. Follow-up attack. Team setup. It's like I do not have Himiko, no. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so maybe you were right. I didn't know there were only 3 parts to the actual thing. I thought there were gonna be 6 parts for each of the different fights we had to do. But it seems the last 3 parts are all just fighting and no, like, actual quest line. Which I'm a little bit happy about. But yeah, I think it was both on the nose, which I liked, but I was also a little bit annoyed on the fact that he wants to make money off the Trailblazers story, but he's not even gonna, like, he's not even gonna tell it accurately. So that was about my feelings on that event. I can tell that there's probably a lot of people that just purely skipped all of the dialogue. in that event.
You won't get away.
Definitely can bet on that. I do like the fact that you can name the child actor, and so him being called Cold Dragon Young the entire time is just hilarious to me.
You won't get away.
This is pretty much my friend's team right here. She has she really wants Himiko so that she can pair her with her Herta. She has Clara.
Never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
And then she has Branya. So she says once she gets Himiko, she'll have like the perfect setup for her. Because she takes advantage of like the follow-up attacks that these both have.
You won't get away.
Oh, before I talk about it, has everybody seen the new Fontaine, like, teaser trailer for, like, coming up in Genshin before I talk about it? I just don't want to accidentally give anyone spoilers, and anyone who's watching this video later on YouTube, if you haven't watched, Fontaine should be out by then, but if you don't want spoilers, don't listen to this next bit.
You won't get away. Time to twirl. This big diamond, it's all yours. Time to twirl. You won't get away. Who will it be?
Closing your ears.
Trailblazers, your blessing. Time to twirl. You won't get away. Time to twirl.
Ah, I love the Charmander one is just so cute. I can't. But yeah, I don't know how much, I don't really think there'll be many spoilers on what I'm saying about, but I just wanted to make sure, because I'm going to talk about the banner that they've already released, like character-wise, like who's going to be on what banner. And then I was going to talk about the weapons a little bit, so it should be fine. I don't remember who's running with Lynette. Oh, my characters are dying. I didn't put a healer on the team. Oh, it's because it's the counter thing is on here. Does that mean I failed, or do I just... Okay, cool. I just get the points I started with. Alright. Yeah, the counter is like the most annoying move for people who autoplay in this game, because the counter makes it so you can't autoplay, pretty much. And it's really good at just immediately killing your characters if you weren't paying attention. Alright, so my first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that, has anyone noticed that every single new character update, like the first character in a new region, always has a bow? Venti, I think, was our first 5-star in Mondstadt, bow user. Next up was Leeway. I honestly don't know who the first 5-star in Leeway was, to be honest. But yeah, for Leeway I can't give you certain proof, but Inazuma, Yoimiya, bow user. Sumeru, Tignari, bow user. Lynette, the pyro magician, bow user. What is with the first like main character for an area always being a bow user in Genshin? Like, why does Genshin like bow users so much? And then crit rate, and then crit damage, and then ults. And we will use Blade, Gepard, the General, and Trial Locha just to see what theirs acts like. But yeah, so that's like my big thing. Potentially Leeway might be the only one that this pattern doesn't follow with, because out of the Leeway characters, I don't even think I can no, Ganyu. Ganyu is that one, yeah. Ganyu is that one, yeah. I was gonna be about to be like, I don't remember any bow users in Leeway. No, it's Ganyu. That's what it is. But yeah, so that was one thing. And then the other thing was banners. Guys, I'm gonna die when it comes to the banners because, the first set of banners is Lynette, and, Yelan, which I like vaguely want Yelan. She's like a really good damage dealer. And so, like, and I was actually interested in getting Lynette until I found out he was a bow user. See, that's my exact thing. The first time it's gonna be Lynette and it's gonna be Yelan running with him. You can get his sister, though, as a 4-star. She's also running in that banner. But yeah, so, like, they're running together. And then the banner right after it is Zhongli and Child running together. And I was like, dang, they really pulled out both? And I was just like I said, I was interested in Lynette until I figured out he was bow. Yelan is also bow. But I want Zhongli. Like, straight up, I want more Zhongli constellations. I currently have him at C1. My goal is eventually to have him at C6 because he also becomes a healer at C6. And so, I want C6 Zhongli so badly. So I immediately have to stop, like, pulling on the current banner, because right now I was pulling on the weapon banner, trying to get, the bell for, not the actual weapon, the bell, but the, bell-looking thing for the Wanderer. I wanted his weapon for him. I lost the 50-50 to Kokomi's weapon, though. I have Kokomi, so it's fine. But I immediately had to stop, because I needed to start saving pulls for Zhongli's banner. He's a good unit to have. I'm probably almost never going to use him except for exploration now that I have Kazuha. But I am pleased to have him. Once I get everybody's friendship leveled up, he'll probably just sit in my teapot forever. Doomed to eternity to be in my teapot. But yeah, I'm trying to get his bell. Both of the banners where I've been trying to get his weapon, I fail at it and I get whatever the opposing 5-stars weapon is. I don't know what it is about it. But yeah, so I immediately had to stop and I have to start saving all my pulls for Zhongli because I want to C6 him so badly. My friend's a big Child's fan, so she's excited to see him back, considering he hasn't been back in a while.
Conflict is pitiless.
Oh, I have like no pulls right now. Like I said, I've been like using all of them for trying to pull on the weapon banner. I have the weapon banner at like 52 pity right now. So I may at least be able to get a refined 1 for Zhongli's weapon if I'm able to pull it. Cause yeah, I have like no pity on the actual character though. When it comes to like the actual limited banner, I only have 4 pity. So Yeah, I'm gonna need to save like mad all the way through Linnea's banner. I do almost have all the 4 stars in Genshin though. I'm literally only missing Kaveh. It makes me so mad because I want Kaveh a lot. I will probably never play him, but I want to have him. But yeah, like he's at this moment Kaveh's the only 4-star I'm missing. Cause I think I got Diona recently. Cause I was missing Diona for the longest while. But yeah, so I'm just missing Kaveh, but once the new banner happens, I'll have to debate if I want to even attempt a single pull just to see if I can get the little sister. Because on Zhongli's banner, they're releasing the little brother as well, the 3rd twin. So they're actually releasing all of the twins really fast back to back. Or the triplets, I mean. They're not just twins. But so 2 of the triplets are 4 stars, and Linnea is the only 5-star of them. Okay, 1 more to go. Sampo and Serval again. Let's try the other one that I didn't pick last time because... last time it didn't do too much damage. But yeah, one of my biggest goals is just C6 Zhongli. I have the team of characters I want. It's now just maxing them out and getting them all to C6, which will take a very long time because when I saw that Zhongli was coming again and he's probably not going to show up for a long time afterwards, that I'm tempted to actually like pull out my wallet and like get him to C6. But I'm like, no, we've made it this far. We've made it like 2 years into the game and we've only paid for like the monthly pass and the shoot, what is it called? The thing that if you get like all the quests, or not the, oh my gosh, what is it called? The you like level up over time in it and you get to like level 50 and that's maxing it out, and then you can pay like $10 and you can get the 2nd tier things. I can't remember what it's called. They have it on Honkai Star Rail as well. But like I've made it 2 years only paying for those 2 things. I'm not gonna drop a ton of money just so that he's C6 in the game. I can wait. I keep telling myself, but I get seriously tempted whenever his banner is running around. But I've also heard eventually, probably in Fontaine's like running, we might get a 3rd banner. Like they'll run 3 banners at once because of the amount of characters that they have. Because there are things like, example being Eula, who took like forever to return. So like, they might do 3 banners running at once. But I have heard some leakers talking that there is some rumors though that Zhongli might be getting a new skin. That he and so very excited for that. Everybody's hoping that if Zhongli is getting a new skin, that it will be his Archon outfit. I am one of those people. I love the Morax outfit so much. I just don't know lore-wise, because they've made Zhongli so suspicious in-game, lore-wise, that if they'd be allowed to use the Morax skin, you know what I mean?
To betray my customers.
But I would love a Zhongli skin so much. I have the stuff built up that I can get it probably on day one.
You can fight it. Or
Speaking of skins, how's everybody doing on the new summer event getting Kaya's skin? I got like halfway through the event where I'd built up enough tickets that I could get Kaya's skin, and then I just lost all interest in doing the summer event because I'm like, oh, I got exactly what I wanted. I got the Kaya skin and I'm good. It is such a good skin. Like, I swear they're finally putting like more and more effort into the skins as time goes on, because I think it is a good event, but like, I've been burnt out on Genshin. I'm like starting to get back into it, like get more like determination to play it and whatnot again, now that Fontaine's coming up, but I have so much of Sumeru left to do before I can even look at Fontaine. I literally have just started the desert quest in the main storyline. I have so much to do. But I might be able to do some of it with you all because of the fact that I'm getting close to having all of the Honkai Star Rail stuff done. So probably once I get all of the like story quests and stuff done on Honkai Star Rail, I'll probably just open up my Genshin game and then have you all accompany me in my Genshin playthrough so that I can actually get some motivation to keep going with the main story. You all can watch me spam buttons. I am... Oh yeah, I haven't read this since like chapter 3. Let's see. But yeah, I would love to play Genshin with you all. I just, it'll probably end up being like once Honkai Star Rail gets updates, and if I go back to 2 days a week, because of my day job instead of the 3 days, it would probably be like one day I would do Star Rail, the other day I'd do Genshin, and then just kind of do like a back and forth kind of thing. And then if we ever start like any other games and I'm still doing 3 days, I could also throw in the third game or something like that. Or if we have longer stream days, we could do like an hour of Honkai, an hour of Genshin, or an hour of another game. Because I really, I'm waiting for Stardew Valley to go on like a big sale on Steam, because I really kind of want to play Stardew Valley. I've never played Stardew Valley before, and so, but I've seen like stuff about it that it looks like it's right up my alley. Because I like Rune Factory games, which are like a Nintendo franchise that I swear no one's ever heard of. Oh, you're playing Stardew on stream? Nice. But yeah, like no one has ever heard of Rune Factory, I swear. And but it's something similar to like Stardew and the other one's similar to it, but it has combat, like it has more combat. I'm pretty sure Stardew Valley has combat too. But yeah, like you get in Rune Factory, you have like a main story quest, it has combat, you're building a farm, you get to romance characters, stuff like that. The newest one, though, it's exciting because they've been listening to the people, and I think in the newest Rune Factory, you can romance characters of the same gender as your character. So that's nice. Alright, so we completed the trial. We get to see the eggs. Some lore about the Vidyara. Vidyharia. Apparently, people were trying to harm Cold Dragon Young. Cold Dragon Young does some cool stuff. They failed the tree. Are we at least getting, like, some copyright claims to this story since he's using us to make money? And then we successfully defeated, the boss. Okay, so now that I can actually show it to you, this thing, the Genshin version of this thing, I only pay for the bottom tier when I get the top tier maxed out, because otherwise it kind of feels like a waste of money, but yeah. But it looks like we'll probably be able to make it here. So, since you were playing Stardew Valley, what do you think about it so far? Have you ever played it before, or is this like your first playthrough on it?
Nice.
I heard it's like really, really hard for like beginners who have never played it before. That like, you're gonna have a lot of trouble in it. Oh, I can see a book collectible over here. Ooh, first playthrough as well. Nice. Okay, so everyone, we surprisingly got through that in like an hour. I thought that would take longer. So
There are people who like it.
shh. Background characters. Shush. So we got through all of these. We got S and we only got one A, so that's pretty good. How are you finding it so far if it's your first playthrough? Are you finding it, like, difficult? I've heard, like, summer is, like, really brutal the first time someone plays through Stardew Valley. I have no knowledge. It's purely, like, hearsay that I say that, though. Hearsay, not hearsay. Heresy, no. Hearsay.
It's getting late. Where to now?
So I guess we'll get started on the next event since we were able to get through that other one. Alright, Mr. Wormhole Theory himself. Huh? Oh, indeed. I didn't expect you'd be the one to show up. Well, I don't think my discovery can be told to people on the inside, and you, an outsider, are a perfect fit for it. However, you must promise me that you'll never reveal anything to others, not even the fact that I was the one who asked you for your help. Okay. Not bad. Looks like you already have the resolve to sacrifice for science. Fine, I'm rushing anyway. Simply put, my homemade sensor number 223 has begun to react recently. I tied up the notes and I have roughly reset number 223 to its default stage. Pity I don't quite remember the exact use for it. All I know is this machine will give me some coordinates of anomalies. So I'm looking for someone athletic and who has also a good scientific background. They need to go to these coordinates and find out if there are actually any anomalies. You can look at my research notes first. Number 223 hasn't responded yet. Oh, okay. So we have 7 times. Research topic, head to the Gertha Hotel to examine abnormal readings. Research come obtain after completing all the surveys. We'll get one of those. Nice. What is this? Torn manuscript fabric. Currently own. Okay. Ooh, good. We'll get some relic stuff from this. This might help me with getting my relics all done. Alright, let's... Ooh, look, it's responding now. Hurry and give me a hand. I need to note down this coordinate. Press and hold to activate sensor. Alright, first time. With the help of the sensor, I'm certain the answer lies in the thing in the administration district that sells things. You know what I mean. This is me when I'm talking to people. Oh, I feel an intuition coming into my brain. The coordinate feels like it's something to do with transactions. I can't tell what it is. Count it as a tip from me. There are so many people that are doing transactions in the administration district. What do you mean it's a tip? Alright. Okay, well, I guess we'll go to the vending machine. The sound, the anomaly, should be close by. Is that the warp trotter sound? I have to buy it with a credit. The vending machine didn't spat out any merchandise, but shows the transaction is complete. These special situations call for special measures. Shake the vending machine. Use your charisma to solve the problem. Vending machines like this can be shaken if they're stuck. Why is the vending machine shaking? Is this the thing involved with transactions Reagan was talking about? Oh, that was actually pretty cool. This should be the anomaly that Reagan was talking about, right? Trotters have strange abilities like this? Are Trotters mimics?
There's no conflict. It's pitiless.
Are Trotters mimics in this universe?
Made to be broken.
Get him, Trailblazer. Destroy him. Oh, I wonder if I'll be able to get my Trotter achievement through this event. Oh, the people are scared. How is it, my friend? Did you find anything odd? There was a Trotter. I found a Trotter near the coordinates that pretended to be a vending machine. Huh? Shape-shifting? Trotter. You're such a layman. What you're saying is harder to understand than those old-timers. Never mind. Come back. We'll go through this in detail. I've sent the compensation to you. Aren't I a reliable employer? I am... Yes, 70 Stellar J. What do you need, sir? I'll do it all for you, sir. I'll hop right to it. I'm on to something. I know it. I have carefully considered the information you mentioned earlier, and I feel this has something to do with the big universal time tunnel. Do you find anything else at the scene? Show it to me. Maybe you can move the research forward. Ah, those are my research notes. I've lost some of them before and thought I'd never get them back. But why are they in pieces? Did that mystery Trotter steal my notes and rip them apart? My goodness! I'd be in serious trouble if I didn't have the habit of copying my notes. When did they manage to steal it? Could they be hiding next to me? Are you the thief? Never mind. Being suspicious isn't the right attitude for science. You should read my notes more when you have the time. Maybe you can give me some new directions, too. Okay, can I do the second one now? There it is. I love the sound effects that the sensor has. Intuition. Such colorful and dynamic intuition. Who would have thought I'd be such a nice place in the administration district? I've marked the location for you this time. Pay attention and don't miss anything. I'm a professional scout. Professional is good. I'm also a professional scientist, so my colleagues have to be professional as well. I'm making this man sound insane with the voice I'm using. Oh, I feel the intuition coming into my brain. The coordinates feel like it's something to do with changing shapes and colors. I can't tell what it is. Count it as a tip from me. Now just need to go to the location Reagan marked and look for anomalies. I'm giving this man full, like, unhinged scientist voice.
Come around and have a look.
I will have to say, if this is what the event is, I definitely like this event over the last event we just did. Ooh. Kind of wish we could board these little public transport train, oh gosh, what's the word for it? They're not trains. Shoot. What is it? I'll remember later. Oh. Oh, an ad changing shapes and colors. A drawing with calming illustration, but the deep red spreading across the canvas in the background is somewhat unnerving. Maybe the power of art. You can't tell if it's a hit flask or a compass. Could even be a pocket watch. A drawing with calming illustrations, but the deep red. The second you tear a corner of the advertisement, the canvas begins to twitch? Oh, they're so cute. This better be a plushie I can get at a con eventually. Someone needs to make it. It's pretty stealthy, but I probably didn't think it'd be torn off as an advertisement poster. Finish it off before it makes a huge ruckus.
Show no mercy.
I wonder if the trotters can flee, because usually if you don't destroy them in a certain amount of time, the trotters will flee. So I'm curious if that can happen in this event, or if you're like, it's just like part of the plot that you can defeat them. How is it this time? Did the sensor give out a false reading? It is not a false reading. But there's nothing new here. It's just picked a new place to hide in the advertisement image. An ad poster? So it's got that level of art appreciation? That's vital. Make sure you rest if you've got nothing else going on. I can't tell when the sensor will find something again. You need to be prepared. I mean, 70 Stellar Jade every single time. I will be right on it, boss. Alright, third sensor reading. Third time. Hearing the name, outlying snow plains always sends a chill down my spine. Even the intuition pouring into my brain feels freezing. Let's just get it over with. I haven't even gotten to the bottom of the last vending machine, and the sensor's already picking up another signal. The location this time, it's not very convenient for me to go by myself, but on the lookout for any danger. Danger? Extra charge. What's so inconvenient, huh? Again? Fine, I'll agree to it, but you have to get the job done. Science requires sacrifice, but you should still prioritize your personal safety and act according to your capabilities. Oh, I feel an intuition coming into my brain. The coordinate feels like it's something to do with ice. I can't tell what it is. Count it as a tip for me. Not like this entire planet is covered in ice. What do you mean? Intuition says it's something to do with ice. This entire planet is ice. Alright, can we... Ooh, first of all, give me that. Just gonna try and run past the monster. Looks like snow is thicker than usual. Something strange hiding beneath the snowdrift. Isn't this the snowdrift we found Sampo? Oh, it's one of... I was like, isn't this the one we found Sampo in? Not the warp trotter using Sampo's hiding places. A piece of clothing sticks out from underneath the snowdrift. This feels familiar. Don't tell me it's Sampo in it. I'm not gonna kick him. I don't care if he is a masked fool. I'm not gonna kick him. I enjoy this scrunkle too much. You sweep the pile of snow aside and reveal the item buried in the snow. A mishmash of clothing articles is buried under the snowdrift, seeming to create the illusion that someone was hiding in it. The color palette of the clothes, shades of purples and blues, reminds you of an old friend named Sampo. He made a decoy snow pile. That is hilarious. A piece of armor. This feels familiar. We'll just clear it again. Hey, who's messing up my spot? Frozen guard. Oh dear, so cold. It's all your fault. I've been hiding in the snow for so long and almost caught him. Hey you, what are you gonna do here? Are you here? Are you an accomplice of his? Freeze. Oh, my leg's frozen numb. I cannot do, like, on-command sneezes. You're lucky to get away this time. Next time you stand in my way, I won't let you go this easy. Are they trying to catch Sampo? Oh, there's the trotter noise. Something seems to be hiding beneath the snowdrift. You can feel the layer of thick snow trembling lightly. I'm not gonna kick him. He's a baby. Something jumped out of the snowdrift. It must be cold proof if it can hide underneath the snowdrift for so long. It's a baby! Don't be mean to him. I know I'm beating him up every time, but like, don't be mean to him. He's a cutie. Again, I would 100% buy a plushie of him. Are you alright, friend? Did your fingers get frostbite? Did you run into any weird stuff? Task was completed without a hitch, and I overcame a lot of difficulties. There should be extra compensation. If you're still in the mood to bargain with me, then you've got to be alright. Now, tell me about the investigation. I ran into some clues about the trotter you mentioned last time. We can probably get some deeper insights by combining it with your findings this time. It hid in a snowdrift this time. Nothing special. Huh? That's it? I was expecting something extraordinary. Come back soon and don't catch a cold. Cover up and get warm. I'll call you when there's a reading. I love how caring he is. An NPC that actually cares about our health, that also is the one sending us out to do chores. Remarkable. All the rest of them are like, we're paying you, aren't I? So you should be willing to do whatever we want.
It's getting late.
If anyone gives you that argument ever, if you're able to, sock them in the mouth. If you're afraid of police action, just like turn around and do not deal with them at all. If they're your boss, report them. Not to HR, but to your government. Usually each government has like something that oversees like jobs and whatnot. If a job place like pulls that kind of attitude of like, we're paying you, so you have to do whatever we want, report them. HR has it out for you. If you do have to report to HR, make sure you have receipts. If they want to talk to you in person, follow up with emails to be like, hey, this is what we talked about in our HR interview. Can you confirm this? So that they have to acknowledge that that's everything they said, or change things if you got something wrong, because otherwise they're going to try and pull one over you on you because you don't have receipts. Fourth time. The art of light and shadow. I don't understand it. I've never even been to Poetentate. Whatever will I find there? I've marked the location for you this time. Pay attention and don't miss anything. I love how money hungry our character is. I think I've done that on accident, but I appreciate the mercenary take that Kalis has become. If it's dangerous, there's an extra charge. Ah, I know that. Tell me about it when you run into danger. Move it. Oh, I feel my intuition coming into my brain. This coordinate feels like it's an equipment that's got to do with images. So a camera? I can't tell what it is. Kind of as a tip from me. Now, just need to go to the location. A camera? Da, 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 da. It's getting late. Gosh, that stupid song from Phineas and Ferb will literally never leave my hindbrain for the rest of my life. It is one of my elevator musics that my brain makes up when I'm not thinking about anything particular. It'll just bring out that song. And I'm like, I have not seen that Phineas and Ferb episode that has that song since like middle school. Why does it keep coming back? The sound, the anomaly, should be close by. Grandma doesn't know how to use this either. Grandma, let me try. Mom always says I'm smart. Grandma can't afford it if you break it. No, I won't break it. Let me play with it. I'll pay you if you break it. Young one, don't spend your money like that. If you really want to help, then teach my grandson how to use it. Mister, how do you use this big metal block? Wait, the transformed warp trotter actually works to like play a video? That's some really high level mimic. Okay. With the press of the switch, the image condensed with the mechanical equipment projected on the wall. There seems to be somewhere close by. If you're not sure, look at it a few more times. Wow, is this brown thing playing on a slide? I want to play on a slide. Oh, you haven't said thank you to the nice mister. The energetic child runs away and the old lady follows him. Now you are finally alone with it. How can fish swim if there's no water? How can it hide when there are no more projections? Didn't think it'd actually stay calm this time. I feel like its design would make a great piggy bank.
Show no mercy. The dead return! Rules are made to be broken.
This poor thing, we're just beating it up over and over again. It can't hide anywhere. And wait a minute, does that mean if it was a vending machine, we would have been able to use the vending machine since it was able to be a projector and like actually project something? Or was it hiding in the projection? Was that what it's doing? I have questions. But if it was a vending machine and could actually like vend things, like things would come out of it, would drinks just be like its blood? Oh, I have questions now. Hello? Any news? I'm getting antsy over here. It was hiding in the movie projector this time. I only realized it after seeing the projection. It was amazing. That's the news this time. Whoa, you slow down yourself. You scared me. The anomaly this time is kind of cute. I feel like I could package it a bit and use it for my dear sensor. You come back as soon as well. If you have time, have a look. Well, I mean, like, if it was able to literally be in the projector, right? But it was the vending machine beforehand, could it actually vend things? Like, if you punched in a code, would, like, a soda pop out? And if it could pop out, what would be in the soda if the soda is a part of them? So that's why I was like, it's blood. But, like, that's what I mean. It's just, I have questions that if it's able to be in a projection machine, what is the, like, full scope of its capabilities? God, we love to see that 70 Stellar Jade every time. I want to know the full capabilities and lore of these, the Trotters and their capabilities with shapeshifting, if it's literally able to be in a projector.
Where to now?
Okay, we've gotten 4 of them done, so 3 more. Nice, short, sweet event. We like it. Alright, 5th time. Exploring the universe is like looking for a teeny tiny key. To investigate the anomaly in Rivet Town, the key must be found. I marked the location for you this time. Pay attention and don't miss anything. I won't miss out anything, boss. That's good. Check every inch of the place. Oh, I feel the intuition coming into my brain. The coordinates feel like something to do with keys. I can't tell what it is. Count it as a tip from me. Okay. Oh, that's where my daily quest is today, apparently. Something to do with keys, huh? This place looks like it stores a lot of things. Could something be in here? There's another camera. The only thing we've seen of this before, like, seeing the use of this equipment was with Sampo. Nothing is shown on the screen. It seems like it's completely busted. And see, like, if you all have seen Sampo's scene, you'll know that this area was in it, and there was stuff playing in these, but it says now that that it's busted, so that's interesting. Where would the key be? Obviously wherever that is most convenient. That seems to be the universal rule. A solitary key will only show its true value when matched the right lock. Take the key. Hopefully if can unveil a meaningful puzzle and not be a disappointment. Oh, so we actually found a key to unlock this closet, I assume. A double-doored wardrobe. It should be able to contain many things. In the shadows, spirits hide. Sometimes you can be the spirit yourself. Okay, so you had to find a key to unlock it, so otherwise it would have been like, you can't unlock this now. Oh, we're back. Not many people are around, so no one should see you. Let's wrap this up quickly. It's so cute, though. Why are we bullying it? It doesn't even hurt us. It's so scared of us. It just wants to run away. Why are we bullying it? I just want to, like, hug it. It looks like it would be squishy. The location it's displaying this time is kind of weird. I've never been there. Is everything okay? With me running the show, of course everything's okay. It was such a hassle. I feel I need to charge you more. Don't you go raising the price on the spot. I don't have a lot of research funds either. Tell me, what's the anomaly this time? It was in a large wardrobe. Not very innovative when it comes to hide and seek. Oh, in a wardrobe, huh? Yeah, that's not very creative. Come back soon. Maybe the sensor is close to detecting something again. You'll need to head out quickly in that case. But I feel like this is the 5th time. We've kind of proven that your sensor tracks the warp trotter. Like, we've proven it 5 times over that it can track warp trotters. What are you trying to prove? I mean, the warp trotters would make sense for his research, because he's essentially researching wormholes, right, and teleportation, and that's what the warp trotters can do. They like open up tears in space and teleport through them if they can escape. So like it makes sense that he would want to study warp trotters. But like we've proven that that's what his sensor does, is it tracks down warp trotters. Alright, time to go beat up the poor animal for the 6th time. A residence in the Great Mine? Does that mean where someone's staying? Did the anomaly hide among the crowd? Or are we just testing their capabilities at this point? What if there are no clues? Then you're not detailed enough. I won't pay you. Something to do with residences. Okay. Can we all notice that a lot of the places that the warp trotter is ending up are places that Sampo has been? The snowfield, right? In the piles, Sampo was hiding in those. In the area we were just in, that last area was where Sampo was talking to someone that we don't know. Here in the Great Mine, this area that's marked on the map right here was a part of one of the side quests that we did with Sampo. 1 time is an event, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. And I'm sure if I went back and remembered where the other ones are, except maybe the vending machine, but near the vending machine is a trash can, and we know that Sampo hides in trash cans too to escape the guards. So like, I wonder if that's a connection. And then a lot of people are wondering, oh gosh, it's gnat season. Wonder people are like debating if Sampo has the ability to like teleport, and that's how he escapes all the time, is because of his ability to teleport. So like, I wonder if he uses the same teleportation method as the warp trotters, and that's why they're kind of like teleporting to the same places that Sampo has in game. But I really do think it's weird that like all the places we're finding the warp trotter are in places that we've seen Sampo or had events with Sampo in them. I missed the turn because I cannot read a map to actually save my life. There are plenty of tents suitable to be hiding places in here. Let's be thorough. This again, but then again, there's nothing else to eat in here. Kid rummaging through the tents, okay. This deal is mine. As long as I fleece those 2 fools into completing the deal, then take their base capital. Hey, who are you? Don't eavesdrop. This anomaly is not here either. We're getting closer. Mommy and Daddy are not here again. I hate it. They just keep leaving me at home alone. I want to go out and play. But Granny said it isn't safe on the streets. There might be monsters. I want to see the monsters. This isn't it. Oh, you can see the warp trotter through the tent. We have to take this order. But we don't have... Waiting for the right wind is not a choice that business owners can make. What I mean is we don't have our base capital. This isn't it. There's no sound coming from the tent, but something seems to be peeking out. It looks like a nostril? It's not a human nostril. Touch it, poke it. Before you manage to lay a finger on it, the tent in front of you starts to tremor violently. It looks like it senses you. Why is there a trotter who hid halfway and forgot to hide its snout? Hold up, hold up. I just saw its mouth open and there's the abyss inside. I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of a warp trotter's mouth, but I just saw it and literally it's just the abyss. What is that? Also, apparently those gold things are teeth. They're attached to its lower jaw. I thought those were the eye covers or something.
Show no mercy.
I'm gonna need to look up like the digital file of those things after this stream.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Alright, text message from boss. Is it going well with you? It's okay if you really can't find it. Science allows for failures. I love him. But I succeeded. Sorry for disappointing you. No failures this time. The anomaly was inside of a tent. It didn't get any better at concealing itself. That's good, to be honest. After so many successes, I felt it was about time the sensor experienced a failure or two. But who could have known that my dear sensor is so good? It's hard to get it to fail even once. I'll let you know ASAP if I get another ping. You should hurry and bring back the fruit of victory, too. We destroyed her tent. We apologize. Monster! 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 Well, kid, you got to see the monster you wanted to see. Alright, I think this is our last one for this event. And good timing, too. We only have about 9 more minutes of the stream.
It's getting late. Where to now?
It's getting less and less constructive with its hiding. So I'm curious if it's running out of energy because of how much we're like tracking it down. I want the 7th time for us to find Sampo. I want it to be that. Something's not right. Very wrong indeed. My tuition is giving me a really bad feeling. Is this a bad omen for Boulder Town? What if you come with me? I have a lot of things to do. Besides, the whole reason I hired you was to save my effort. If I have to go there myself anyway, I might as well just do it on my own and save on the fee. My precious will open the gates to Bellabog Scientific Academia. By that point, I will not be the Regan everyone knows. Ah, stop. The tuition this time makes my scalp tingle. Ugh, this feeling of deja vu is so weird. I need to rest for a bit. You go on. I really, really, really want it to be Sampo because that'll have such funny lore implications.
It's getting late. Where's he now?
TLDR, Sampo is a warp trotter. That would be funny.
28, 29.
Just a normal mailbox. The fact that it has to state that it's a normal mailbox is concerning. I may have just started a side quest by accident. Rock, paper, scissors! They're playing hide and seek, apparently. I didn't expect that I would do it, Boss Hook is so scary. Looks like it's time to go into serious mode. The game's basically over already. Run as fast as you can, find somewhere to hide. But that's all pointless, for I, Pitch Dark Hook the Great, will find every last one of you. I'd say it again. The play area starts from the intersection all the way to the plaza. Hiding anywhere else is against the rules. I did not mean to start this quest. You're intimidating it with your fists. Bulging biceps and a stiff fist ought to be the most intimidating thrusts there are. You feel like people who are passing by are giving you sneaky looks, but when you try to spot who those people are, they slipped out of sight. As with the board, it endures your physical abuse unyielding. You didn't find the anomaly, but it's not completely fruitless. Maybe the next urban legend in Bellabog is a strange person who's trying to intimidate a display board. Ask the kids if there's anything odd. I'll show you the basics. Do you know what a light particle is? No. Ah, he loops back and still hasn't answered my question. He repeated this at least several dozen times. This person is weird. Not only is his spiel familiar, he looks familiar too. Oh, did the Warp Trotter mimic Reagan? Have we met somewhere before? I'll show you some basics. Light as a particum carries particles. My small big universe time tunnel theorem holds. Yeah, I got tired. Oh, I didn't think an adult would speak for us kids. He speaks too fast, and he keeps repeating the same few sentences. I got bored. So tired. Who are you? Why do you keep staring at us? Are you here to listen to scientific research? Who is he? Dunno. Never seen him. He said he's a civilian scientist? He's telling us about the theories of the universe. It's always the same sentences, but it does sound like a real scientific study. Wouldn't hurt listening to it, would it? Don't remember. He must have said it, but I was trying to focus on his study, so I didn't pay attention. Sounds like a oh wait, no, it was a lay... God, I forgot. You're so forgetful. I remember. He called himself Regan. Not the Warp Trotter mimicking... Why are there so many shapeshifters in this universe? We got the Hydro shapeshifter on the Herta space station. We got, Fidelia on the Zien show, and now we got this Warp Trotter that's mimicking people as well. What's the passphrase? What's your code name? Your code name? Unintelligible sounds. Key smash. It transformed into Regan, and it can speak like a human? I wonder what else it's done in Regan's name. Confirming my theory that Sampo is gonna end up being a Warp Trotter. I'm calling it now.
It'll heal.
Here is thunder. The dead return. Conflict is pitiless.
Oh, it called on a silver one. So it's a gold one, as you can see the lines there, but this one's silver.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Here is thunder.
But I think that would be the biggest, like, turnaround ever if Sampo was a warp trotter. It'd just be like, hmm? I tried to send you lots of texts, but none of them went through. Are you getting a bad signal at your location? Tell me the passphrase first. What did we agree upon? Passphrase? What passphrase? Long live the Supreme Guardian? I want to be a Silvermane Guard too? Hold on, we never agreed on something like that. What happened to you? Did you have an accident? Don't go anywhere, I'll send you some money right now. I love him, he's so nice. I'm so touched. Adding compensation when there's danger? Seems like you're the real deal. Appraisal complete. You seem fine to me as well. Never mind, I won't press you for what happened this time. Just come back and have a rest. When you have time, can you come back after resting up so we can have a chat face to face? My guy, you were being impersonated by a mimic. And we're just gonna leave Hook there because I did not mean to start a side quest. She won't be able to find us because we won't even be anywhere nearby.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I'm on to something, I knew it. I'm relieved to see you're doing alright. The Silvermane Gums probably wouldn't let me go if something were to happen to you. As for the censor, I'm so mad. Those old geezers said I had already submitted a similar paper and it was full of typos. They said I should stop creating trouble for them. Just look at this. My research notes are perfectly clear. How could there be typos? Not the Warp Trotter submitting papers in his name to keep his academic research from getting accepted by the Academy. Okay, so let's see what these research outcomes are. I've never heard of any strange vending machines, and I've never heard of a trotter. It can't be a new research topic, can it? I'll have to look into this. I wonder if this doodad, number 223, detected has any aesthetic capabilities, or if it's just a coincidence. It'd be great if I can see these advertisement artwork for myself. Looks like this mysterious doodad detected by number 223 is pretty cold resistant. Maybe there's a wide commercial application to this in the future. Did it hide inside the projection device or on the wall? There's too little information to go on. The creature's behavior is like a child playing hide and seek. Does that demonstrate a certain level of intelligence? In the last few surveys, I've been getting close to its human-like nature. It's a shame that it returned to hiding this time and offers no further information. This little thing ruined my great scientific research. Better not let me catch it. I suspect that anomaly stole my notes and sold them to some uneducated brute, and their ignorance was exposed when they copied the notes. I wish I took more steps to protect myself back when you first gave me the note pieces. But who did that anomaly sell my notes to? I'm gonna hunt that person down. Why would you ask a question like this? Did you meet someone who looks like me? That isn't surprising. Most Belbogians look similar in a way, one way or another. You must have been mistaken. I don't have a twin brother. I'm gonna protect my research notes extremely well now. They won't ever be stolen again. I don't think the Warp Trotter stole your notes and sold them. I think the Warp Trotter pretended to be you and then tried to publish your paper. Which still shows a level of intelligence that's very interesting, especially if it was on purpose to discredit you so that you couldn't publish any kind of paper in the future. So that it wouldn't have to, like, deal with other people tracking it down with those devices. Okay, well, I did not expect to get the second event done in like 40 minutes, because this one took like 2 hours to do the entirety of it. And then this one only took 40 minutes. Ooh! Bye! Have fun! I hope your friend and you have a good stream. I was ending my stream anyway. But thank you so much for watching in the raid earlier. But yeah, have a very good stream. I hope your connection rate is really good, that you have a fun time, and that you get a lot of new subscribers. Have fun! But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for anyone that was here during the raid. I hope you all have a good time on the other live stream. And goodbye. Bye, everyone.